This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 42. Welcome back to Co-op Chronicles. This is episode 42. I am Pint Size Geisha, and as always, I have Black Label.
Hello.
And Azalee.
Hello.
And today is...
Episode 42.
Which is...
QTEs. We're going to talk about QTEs.
I feel like they are named interactive drama or cinematic horror adventure interactive storytelling.
That's so long.
Okay. But yeah, what does QTE mean again? QuickTime events.
QuickTime events.
QuickTime. Yeah, so we're going to talk about... Well, go ahead.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
What?
Go ahead. Go first.
Oh, I think QTEs are a aspect of interactive
Yeah, of
games.
the interactive.
Not
Right.
like the title of it.
Right. So I'm wondering, are we talking about QTEs themselves in games, or are we talking about the interactive drama, cinematic horror adventure that have QTEs in it?
I mean, you
So
can
I'm
talk
confused.
about both of them. So I'm talking about QTEs themselves. But when I
Okay.
talk about these games, you could talk about that game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
You know what's driving me crazy?
Huh?
You over there looking like you're doing something, but you're just clicking through Lululemon.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I'm paying attention. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
multitask. I'm listening.
So we're going to talk about QTEs,
QTEs.
a staple in some cinematic interactive horror games. They they make it a life or death situation, moment, or whatever more intense because you can lose that person that you wanted to keep alive. You know, it's a very immersive storytelling tool that is pretty cool. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that, and I have a few games that I want to talk about, and I remember one game when I was a lot younger, and maybe nobody knows about this, or maybe you do. If you do, then you're pretty cool. I mean, if you don't, look it up, then you'll be cool.
That's rude.
He thinks he's cool.
I'm pretty cool because I know this game.
Whatever.
I played it a long time ago as a child. So we're going to talk about the rise of the cinematic horrors right here. So let's kick this off with what's the first horror game that you guys ever played with QTEs, or if you have, that made it just feel more intense?
I don't remember.
Until Dawn. is
Until
the first one
Dawn,
I can
yeah.
think of. That's
Until-
the only one. Well,
I think the first one I played was Resident Evil 4.
it was like
Oh,
there's other
so,
games,
yeah,
but I haven't
Resident
played
Evil.
that one.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 had them.
I played Resident Evil 1 and 2.
I don't think those had QTEs. I think it was just
I don't
4.
remember.
Yeah, just 4 had like the mid cutscene QTEs.
Uh-huh.
So the game that I was thinking about, was Shenmue. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this.
No.
It was like old game, like 1990s, 1999 maybe, early 2000s. It was like it's hard to explain. It was like a Sega game, and you're like an Asian dude, but they had QuickTime events in that game. And I didn't really think about it until you came up, you guys wanted to do this topic. And I was like, did Shenmue have that? And I Googled it, and it did. It had it. It was like one of the first technical game that introduced them.
Nice.
What is this game about?
Everybody asked me that, and I don't even know. Because I was like a kid. So I just remember you're this Asian dude in like a leather jacket, some jeans, and a white shirt. And I think it's like he's trying to get a girl back.
Oh.
But yeah, and you're running around, you're just beating up people. Like you
News
just
to
beat up
me.
people. I don't know if it was like tied to like gangs like Yakuza or something, but it was a cool game. Yeah. There was Heavy Rain. If you guys ever played that.
I've heard of Heavy Rain. I never played it though.
Yeah, there's that one game. I don't think I involved it in this episode, but it was what was it? It was that new game, babe.
What?
It was like the story of a guy. I think it was like the Until Dawn prequel. He was like a murderer. In the beginning, you're a cop and you're walking through like a train station.
Oh,
And there's what was it called?
A cop in a train station.
Yeah, you're a cop and you're like talking to this guy in this yard. He's like, "What are you doing? Is it just you at this yard?" And he's like, "No, not just me. I have my buddy, and it's a dog." And then it's like in the beginning, it was like a guy torturing people in a shack. It was like the story of something, man.
This is the story.
I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I can think of that had a cop in it. It was the Quarry.
Becoming Human is Detroit Become Human is also.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a really good
one.
game.
You're
There's
like, I need to
so
find
many
out.
like different branches and stuff you could take. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I know originally there was also like Telltale games with the Walking Dead series that they did, and then the werewolf one.
What's that? What's a Dead by Daylight? Is
Dead
that
by
what
Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, they have QTEs in the sense of like fixing generators.
Yeah, but that's
No, that's not it though. I
No.
thought it was like
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
You're
it was
losing
a
it.
game. They did make a game on.
what was it called though?
It's called.
Oh, it's a prequel to the Death by Daylight
it's,
game. I know what you're talking
Frank
about now.
Stone.
Yeah, Frank Stone.
Yes, thank you. I
Yeah.
knew I was not stupid.
It was, but you said it was a prequel to
You did, yeah.
Until Dawn,
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
was
my
like, they're-
mistake.
what?
Yeah, my mistake.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was like Frank Stone or something. And
Yeah.
yeah, that shit looked crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. And
I
it
didn't
kind
watch
of,
the whole
it,
thing.
kind of explains so much in the world in the sense that it kind of like helps make sense
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
in a way, I guess.
Yeah, it's very QTEs are very story based. Like you get like really immersed in it.
I also like QTEs because they keep you on your feet in games. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, there could be a
definitely.
whole cinematic.
Yeah, you're just
episode,
chilling. You're like,
and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna watch this.
Where's my
controller?
I need
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I love those times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know.
So, do you guys prefer horror games that let you freely control everything, or do you guys like these interactive cutscene moments?
I feel like I like the cutscene moments. Like I don't like that I have control over everything, but if you give me like this or that, right or left, white or black, like I don't know, I
more
like it better.
engaging.
Yeah, I like it better when I have a choice
Yeah.
instead of like free for all.
Yeah, I mean, some scenes in games. This is specifically about Until Dawn because there's like this. There's scenes where it's like you get a choice, but technically the outcome is always going to be the same,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's kind of like it's just like the option of having a choice. I think is kind of what people really like,
Yeah.
even though the outcome will be the same.
Yeah, or the outcome is different, and I'm like, I need to play it again and choose something different and see what that played out to be.
Mm. So, do QTEs does having QTEs make a horror game more scary, or does it just feel like a reaction test?
It gets my adrenaline pumping.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting it. I'm like, oh, I don't know where triangle is anymore.
yeah, same. I guess it's more of like you're already engaged in the story, but it engages you even more. Because like if I skip this, I remember Until Dawn. I think it was Chris. Is his name Chris? No, not Chris. The one that was dating the mean girl.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Mike.
Anyways, Mike.
Yeah.
No, it's not Mike. Mike's dating the
Oh, Chris. Oh, not Chris. Matthew.
Matt.
Matt.
I always killed him because I could never do the QTE. Like I knew it was coming, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Yes, I got it. It's coming. Fail. Oh, he
Poor
died.
Matt.
I always killed him for
The
some
one
reason.
girl, Ashley. Oh, she made me so mad in that.
I
game.
know. She's the worst.
They made Brenda Song really cool in that game.
Oh, with the quarry. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Quarry, yeah.
She was like shooting stuff. Like yeah.
Yeah, she's such a badass.
Yeah.
Peanut butter pop. pop.
So, some of the best QTEs that I can think of, that actually worked well. I don't know. I just want to know what game moments do you think that the QTEs were done correctly? Like it was like, oh, it fit the situation. Like that's a good horror game moment.
I think I hate to keep going back to it, but Until Dawn, I think did really well. Like you're running through the forest, and then you gotta like left or right. Oh, I don't know, left, and then you're running, and then he jumps, and you gotta push the button to make sure he makes it. I think like that is done really well to where it's like interactive with the environment. It's not just, are you still there?
Yeah.
It's like you got to make this jump, but if you don't push this button, you're gonna fail it, and you're not gonna make that jump.
What about you?
I did like the Man of Medan stuff, like when they're on the ship, the ghost ship. That was kind of cool. Like the rhythm check QTEs. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, the breathing ones. I think the Dark Anthology Pictures series. They do it so well.
It's so good.
Oh, they did. They make the interactive stories with QuickTime events so good that nowadays it's hard to remember like games back in the day that had QTEs.
Right.
Because there's a lot. There's obviously a lot of games that were made previously.
Yeah.
And like Telltale games, the Walking Dead stuff, those were really well made games. Like the comic book style, the storyline, it's all very engaging. But yeah, I think it's just more fun when you have a choice-based games.
Yeah. I think, what are some games that you guys can think of? I think of like Until Dawn. Yeah, the Dark Pictures, the Quarry. Which one was Quarry? Was that the one with the
Werewolves.
The werewolves.
Oh, spoiler. Sorry.
Ooh, you done screwed it up.
I
Sorry.
think everyone knows that the.
Yeah, I thought everybody knew Cyberpunk too, but nobody did.
No, like that's the like story of it. Because you learn like the first like 20 minutes into the game, I think.
Gotcha. So, do you guys think accessibility settings in horror games, like slowing down the QTEs, are a good change, or does it make the game feel less scary?
I think it's good for people who don't have quick reactions.
Yeah, I think it's helpful in my opinion.
That's why it's an accessibility feature. It's so that everyone can play it and still enjoy it. Because it just takes away the QTEs. It doesn't take away the options, the choices. You still get choices.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it makes the QTE reactions slower, so you have more time to do it.
Yeah. Did you guys ever play a game that had QTEs in it that actually made you panic in real life?
Yes.
I think, like, I'm sorry, I just keep going back to Until Dawn, right? So Until Dawn, I remember like sitting my controller down, thinking like it's a cinematic part of it, but it was like the breathing. Well, I didn't sit it. I set it down like on my leg, right? I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it real quick. But then it was the breathing part thing, and you have to keep the controller straight. And I was like, oh shit! Like I didn't know it was coming.
I know a lot of people just leave their controller on the table when it comes to that part.
Yeah,
because their hands are so shaky.
Yeah. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, when I think of one, I think of the whole scene where they're. I don't know if you guys played this one, but spoiler, I don't even know the game of it. I just remember it had the. Which one had the Wendigos in it?
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Okay, Until Dawn. Where they're in the house and all that
at
shit.
the end?
Yeah, all the chaotic stuff was happening, and there's
Yeah.
so many different things, and like you could lose a lot of people in that scene.
You could literally kill all of them.
Yeah,
in that one
everybody.
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and everybody in that one scene. So it's kind of, and that's not really a spoiler because like when you play QTE games, you decide the factor. So I mean, it's just an alternate ending. So let's talk about when some.
Let's talk about you.
Stop
and
it,
me.
young lady.
Let's talk about
But some of the best uses of QTEs were the Quarry, Resident Evil 4.
all of those. They're all
Yeah,
by
Until
the
Dawn.
same developer, aren't they? Yeah, I think they
so.
are.
What, like the Man of Medan stuff?
Yeah, they're all done by the same developer who made Until Dawn.
Did they do? They didn't do the Frank Stone one though, did they?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
that
so.
one was really kind of scary. I think it was just because like the whole mood of that one.
Well, and it also used one of the creatures from the game.
Yeah.
So it made it scarier because it was so creepy.
Yeah. It was like a guy. Who was it about though? I'm trying to remember which guy. Is it Frank Stone? Frank Stone's the killer, right?
He's the bad guy
Yeah.
that was turned into the monster.
Oh, he's a monster?
He's the monster.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be making a movie about this? I heard somebody say something about a movie or something
That'd
about
be
it.
cool if they were.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I really want to like tell people to play that game because it's actually very good. Even if you don't like Until Dawn or not Until Dawn, Dead by Daylight, it's like a very good story, like overarching story. And like when you get to the end, you're like, whoa.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. I want to talk about when they go wrong. You know, we've talked about like some of the scenes where like it worked out. But let's talk about the worst QTE moment that you've ever experienced. I mean, Geisha kept bringing it up trying to save somebody, but they kept dying. Is that
That's
your
definitely
worst
mine.
one?
I haven't played, like the only game I've played is the Until Dawn one. I didn't play any of the other ones. So yeah. Well, that and so I try to platinum all the games I've played, right? And I did not platinum Until Dawn because like one of the achievements was like save only the boys, save only the girls. kill everyone and then like save everyone. I couldn't save everyone. I kept killing Matt. Like no matter what, I just couldn't do it and I gave up. That's my worst one, is that like I didn't platinum Until Dawn. Maybe I'll play it again. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it on Steam or something, but I just couldn't do it. I kept freaking killing somebody.
What about you, Ez?
Sorry.
You're good.
I don't think I've had a bad QTE. I just am really dumb, so I forget the the placement of buttons on controllers, and so I just fail QTEs on accident. So it's not like it's bad; it's just my fault because I'm bad.
You don't have a specific moment?
No, usually it's like if it's the first time I've ever playing a game that has a QTE and I'm like not expecting it, I'll just always fail.
Did you play Detroit? What is it?
Detroit Become Human.
No.
Yeah, did you ever play that? No.
No.
Oh. Yeah, I never played that either. I don't know. That game looked interesting though. I like it when they use real actors in these games because you're like, I don't know if it makes you more involved because you're like, I know that person, but I mean, it makes it more fun to me.
What
I
does he
think
say?
it's nice.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, what does he say? Hi, I'm Connor. The android sent from something. Cyberdyne.
Or something like that.
They made
Yeah.
the remake of Until Dawn.
Yeah,
like,
they
look.
did.
The
They
actors
remastered
look
it.
kind of different, obviously, because they're like more refined. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Look weird.
Yeah. So, what are like some of the, I guess the QTE things that you like the most? Because in Until Dawn, they had like the don't move motion sensor terror issue thing going on. Man of Medan had the heartbeat one where I think you had to align the sticks together.
All of the games have the heartbeat.
Yeah, all
Do
of them.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not aligning the
but
stick;
the
it's just the controller. So the controller has like the motion sensor in it, and you have to hold it still.
Oh,
And if you tilt it to the left, then the thing goes to the left. If you tilt it to the right, it goes to the right. So it's like a motion sensor. You have to hold it perfectly still in the little thingamabobby.
Yeah.
Wait, who are you texting? What are you doing?
Don't worry about it right
Get
now,
off your
please.
damn phone.
But they
You've
all
been
have
you're
the-
on freaking Lululemon. Get off
I know,
the
but
damn
I'm paying attention.
I'm paying attention too.
Oh my.
Also, Resident
Talking
Evil.
to Valerie.
Who? Oh, what was her name? Emily or Evelyn or something?
Evelyn.
I got
Eleanor?
I got like 3 random numbers this morning, and they're like, "Hey, how's your morning?" And I was like, "Hold on, let me pull this up," because I was like, it was
Side
random.
note.
Yes, this is just random. I'm sure other people get these Oh, I can't pull it up because I delete them. But it was like, "Hey, how was your day today?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, do I know you?" And then it was like, they said, "Oh, this isn't Valerie or something." I was like, "No, bitch, bye." And I don't mean to be mean, but I just know that it's one of those spam things. So that's when I just mess with them. And so I blocked it. And then another person right after that, after I blocked that number, messaged me, "Hey, is this blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, "No, motherfucker, bye." And then it was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. My secretary must have blah, 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 gave me the wrong number." And I was like, "I guess so, bitch, bye." So I'm not a mean person, but if it's a spam thing and I know it's a spam thing, like don't fucking expect me to be like,
Weird.
"Oh, I'm having a great day. Who is this?" You
I
know?
just never respond.
Yeah. Those spam things are fucking annoying. I had another one too. Remember the one
You
where
get them a lot.
Remember the one where she sent me a picture of her?
Yeah.
She's like, "You don't remember me?" And I was like, I don't fucking know you." And then they sent me a picture and I was like, "Yeah, I don't fucking know you." Like, I don't understand that. I showed
That's
geisha.
so weird. I just looked on my Instagram the other day, and like you get the hidden messages.
Yeah.
I had one, and it was this person, and they were like, "Oh, hey, my friend thinks that they know you, but they're too shy to like ask you. Can you message them first?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "This is weird."
No,
Weird.
Black Label got like 3 on Instagram and was like, "Hi, I think you're cute.
Oh,
Message me
yeah.
on my main page or some shit." I
Yeah.
was like, "All right, well."
Oh,
Very
I
weird.
think you're a real cutie. Well, you're not lying, but I don't know you. Okay.
anyways. Anyway.
So there's a few other games when games get it wrong, in my opinion. We've talked about some of the good ones. Now let's talk about some bad ones and drag them in the dirt.
Okay.
What's the worst QTE moment that you've ever suffered through? Like a terrible QTE moment.
I don't remember.
QTE? I keep saying cutie, but QTE moments in a horror game.
Hard to say.
I think the one I was talking about on the boat, I think that's called Little Hope, right?
No, the one on the boat is Man and Medea.
What is the Little Hope one? I remember
The
that
Little
one.
Hope is where they're on the bus.
Pilgrim Village.
Okay, yeah, that one. So when they have like unclear prompts and they just lead to a death, those ones are annoying to me. Like I would watch Cub Scouts play it. I mean, Jack played it a few times, but like the cheap death ones are really obnoxious to watch because you're like, how does that just kill that person?
Oh, there is a scene in that game where like one person does die if you choose that like option, but it's like unavoidable. If you choose that specific option, she automatically dies.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't save her.
Like, spoiler alert, please, if you have not played Until Dawn, don't listen. Like, when the sisters run and you're hanging from the cliff and they
Yeah.
give you a QTE thinking you can save them,
Yeah, no.
but no matter what, they die.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
talking
think
about.
that's
Like
stupid.
when they
Yeah,
give you an
exactly.
option, the ending, no
It does
matter
nothing
which
with- yeah.
choice you make, the ending is the same.
Yeah, like, don't
Yeah.
give me a QTE. Don't get my hopes up that I can
Yeah.
save these people, only for them to
You're
be
trying
crushed.
to make me feel good by giving me a choice, but it's not a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there's a few. Resident Evil 6 had constant like unnecessary QTEs that made it kind of exhausting to watch
That's
because
the
I
one
didn't
with
play
Leon, right?
it.
Okay.
Like they're just exhausting to watch. I don't think that one was with Leon, was it? 6?
I don't know. There's been so many.
Am I thinking of a different one?
No, because I think 4 was with Krauser, and I think you were Leon in that one. I could be wrong.
Well, I think Leon's in a lot of them, but I think
Okay.
he was like the player character. right?
Maybe. I don't know. Heavy Rain had a few of them where it
Yeah.
press X for Sean. I don't know if you guys know that one. It became a meme.
No.
It's a meme. You could Google it later for Sean. Spider-Man 3 had some too, actually. Like really fast. Like they really thought you were Spider-Man. Like your reaction speeds. It was stupid.
I guess
Oh,
that
like
could make
when
sense.
you're flying in the air.
No,
It's
it had
just,
some.
like, fighting.
Yeah, it had some scenes. I could pull one up, but yeah. Do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you think horror games rely too much on QTEs because they don't know how to create tension otherwise?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think they do because
it's pretty good without them.
It's well, true. It's good without them, but I think it keeps you involved. Because otherwise, horror games are kind of like you just running around, shoot something, whack something.
Yeah.
And I think it's just more fun and engaging.
What about you?
No, I agree.
Can you please get off of Lululemon?
I want to go back.
Would you rather fail a QTE and get a second chance, or just be as it is right now?
If it's killing somebody, I want a second chance.
Like you can collect things to give you a second chance type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Kind of like a inspiration, like a role for inspiration.
Yeah, because like I said, I tried my hardest to platinum Until Dawn, but I kept killing someone over and over, and I couldn't do it. And I remember it was the last trophy I needed. I needed to just save everyone, and I would get the platinum, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I don't know why. It was either Matt or Emily.
Yeah.
Because Emily's one was really hard. Spoiler alert again. Please don't listen. She was like running up something, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember she was like running up something and she had to jump over something. And I don't know why. I always just killed her. It was always just the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it.
So how do QTEs affect a player's choice and replayability? I mean, obviously, I think one of the biggest appeals to these horror games like Until Dawn and Dark Pictures, Anthology, stuff all together is that your choice affects the game or what happens to people. So I guess they are kind of meaningful, but do you guys think they create cheap gotcha moments? What are the replayability in these things, you think?
Well, Geisha replayed Until Dawn to try and get
Exactly.
to save Matt.
Yeah,
The
this is
replayability
true.
is crazy good.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
like there's so many options that you can do. Like you can save everyone, you can kill everyone. You can like play it first time normally, like just get the ending that you get. There's just a lot of ways you can play a game that has QTs and like interactive QTs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It opens a realm of possibilities.
Yeah. And what I like about it is getting and seeing all the different like cut scenes and whatever that I didn't get the first time. Like I always wonder like, okay, I saved everyone. Now what is the ending going to be? What is their dialogue at the ending? What's going to happen? How does the ending change? I mean, of course it always kind of goes back to the one clear ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like when everybody died and it was just me, then it was just like me talking about the story, right? But then when everybody lived, then you got your perspectives from everyone. So for me, I replay it so much because I want to know how does it affect the overall story of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, Until Dawn they all have these moments, but Until Dawn can give you, you fell once, that person's dead.
Yeah.
Dark Anthologies,
Kind of the same.
yeah, they're all like the same. I mean, but they all have like different things. Like as Ali said, like you have alternate endings.
Mm-hmm.
Some characters survive something. You know what I really enjoy about these games is the ending. Like when they're talking at the end and the credits.
Yeah.
Those moments are really cool.
Yeah, it's that I think House of Ashes was really good because
What's that one about? Is that
the
Spoiler.
military.
the
the
vampire
one
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one was really
Spoiler.
good because so when you play it by yourself, you get a specific ending.
Mm-hmm.
But when you play co-op, you get a totally different
Oh, I
intro.
didn't know you could play those co-op.
Yeah, you get a totally different intro. You get a totally different
Is it a
gameplay.
split thing?
It's you. No, it's
Or
not
you have
split
your
screen. You
own
have your
stuff.
different scenes.
Oh,
so
okay.
you play as different people at the same time. So you each get your own scene.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it like in the beginning when you're playing solo, you only get one beginning opening scene, and then when you play co-op, one person you get to see a totally new scene.
Oh.
So that gives you those options, right? So you can play co-op and do totally different things this time. You can play solo, get something different.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the endings are always really good because depending on who you save or who you kill, the characters reply differently.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very good.
That is very cool, though. I don't know. What was I on? Weren't you gonna say something, babe, or no?
I can't remember.
I thought you were about to say something, and you stopped.
I can't remember.
Anyways.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think what would be really cool is if like you have a QTE to save someone,
Mm-hmm.
and this is more of like a little hope because I can't remember exactly, but they're like black things, like people coming out of this black oil type of thing on the ground. But it would be pretty cool if you have a QTE and that person dies and then that person becomes part of like the story, like that person becomes a Wendigo or that person like becomes your enemy. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty sick.
That's all.
So I have a few more segments, but I want to talk about the future of these QTE games or QTEs in horror games. So I feel like they're constantly evolving, in my opinion. Or do you guys think they're dying out? Do you guys think that horror games will still use them in the next whatever years until it doesn't work anymore? Do you think it's just going to keep being the same, or are they going to evolve eventually?
I don't know. I mean, they might evolve, but I think just their like progression nowadays is just really good. I think there was a game, Fort Solis. That game has QTEs, and it's pretty good. I think it just is fun. I think people like it because it's fun. I don't feel like they should get rid of it for any reason. I don't think it hurts the gaming community.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't know if they can make it better than it is, but it's good. I think it's good for horror games. Good for any game, really.
Yeah. What about you, Honey Bunny?
I think it's a simple concept, right? It's a very simple concept, but when done right, it's done right, for lack of better words, right? It grabs you, it makes your interaction and immersion a little bit better. Do I think it needs to be changed? Not really, because like I said, it's a very simple concept, but when done really well, it's has that pull. And I think that the gaming community will always have people who enjoy these games or like casual players and just want the mystery of it, to where I don't think it's gonna like disappear or go away or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like think about games back then, right? They were very simple, like Resident Evil, the one I don't know,
Shenmue.
Shenmue. Like those games were very simple because quick time events were like press circle, press triangle, press X, and you jump or you hit something or you can like dodge out of the way. And nowadays QTEs kind of involve like choices. So like you can choose to shoot the squirrel, you could choose not to shoot the squirrel. There's I think it's gonna keep progressing better and better.
Yeah. That one horror, the Dark Pictures Directive 8020. That one looks. I was
The
reading.
space one, right?
Yeah, I was reading up on it. Apparently, some of the dynamic QTEs are it's AI driven.
Oh.
Yeah, so some of the AI driven decisions are going to be in that.
Well, I think games nowadays have Twitch. I don't know what it's called. Twitch.
Interaction.
No, yeah, Twitch immersion or something. So you can like be streaming it, and the choices that your audience makes is what the choice you don't get a choice. The game
Yeah.
automatically does whatever your Twitch stream says
Yeah.
to do.
Baldur's
think that's
Gate
cool.
has that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
So let's say this is just a hypothetical, but if they remove QTEs from games completely, how do you guys think they should handle high stake moments instead then?
Oh.
I don't think you can without some sort of mechanism that says yes or no.
I was trying to think of it. I was like, what can you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything you can do
Yeah.
other than make the right choice at the beginning and then hope for the best.
What
Yeah.
if you, I guess,
Like, what would you do? What do you think?
no, that was my question for you guys. I don't
Oh.
answer these questions, you know what I'm saying? I don't. Would you guys ever want a horror game where QTEs were replaced though by like full motion moments? I don't know how you would do that though.
I don't know. Like that's
like
That's
VR.
VR.
Could
That's
you
going
imagine
into
like
the world of
VR interactions in that? Like VR, play them in VR, but you had to like do a full body motion thing to fix it. I guess that in a way a kind of QTE, but it's just your body. You have to move. Could you imagine that?
That'd be weird.
That would be like Ready Player One type of thing.
Yeah.
That would be pretty wild, in my opinion.
Look at Mochi Boy all up there, pristine. And he's been up there just chilling.
I know this whole time it's been 30 minutes.
You're looking at birdies.
Yeah. Let's talk about some QTEs versus modern horror.
Mm-hmm.
As you're pretty knowledgeable in these type of horror games. So where do we see QTEs heading? Do you guys think that they're gonna die?
We just asked this question, babe.
Listen, or do you think they're gonna evolve into something better? Do you think they'll evolve?
I swear you just asked this
I
question.
think he asked it in a different way.
No, I didn't answer. I said the future of them, like
Yeah.
as in not what I'm asking now.
I have the same answer.
Yeah, I think they'll evolve. They'll evolve to a point where, I mean, what else how can you evolve it farther than what it is already?
Exactly.
I guess yeah. Just repeating what
Like,
I said.
obviously, I'm not a
VR.
game creator, so this is why this question is hard for me, because I do think it will get better. It will evolve eventually, because there's really smart people out there who create games, and I'm sure they can figure out something. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how you can make that better. It's already good.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the mechanics of it is a very simple mechanic of it, but people can definitely make it more. Excuse me, I had to burp. More. Oh my god.
Can you please
One
be
more.
more professional? Jeez.
More like interactive and more story driven. But the concept of QTE itself is just a simple concept. You push this button for yes or no, or do you make it or do you not? That itself I don't think will ever change, but developers can definitely make it more integrated. I think it was Final Fantasy 15 where like you're fighting and stuff and you do your special and then you have these QTEs, and if you don't make those QTEs then you don't do your special attack. I don't know if it was Final Fantasy 15 or not. I don't know. But it definitely can be more integrated and more interactive, but the concept of it, you can't really make it better. There's nothing to do. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Would you guys? This is just going off topic, but is there any RPGs with QTEs? Did Final Fantasy 15 have QTEs?
I feel like Final Fantasy 15 had one or two, not very heavily, but I have this like image in my head where I'm playing as Noctis and I'm like up in the air and I had to do a QTE to like get up a building or dash over there or something. I
like
can't remember exactly though.
I feel like Persona had QTEs, but I might be mistaking.
Maybe The Witcher too. The Witcher might have had some
I don't
QTEs.
think Witcher had QTEs.
No.
I think it does in Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
I think Wild Hunt has some.
Really?
Yeah, I think it had a few. Not very heavily,
Yeah,
but
I
at
don't
least a
think-
little
It's
bit.
definitely not a mechanism that they relied on.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So let's talk about some QTEs versus traditional horror games.
Let's talk about you.
Oh my
and
God,
me.
please stop.
Every time you say it, you've said it so much.
I've only said it like twice.
You said it like 4 times. Could
Okay,
be because I
whatever.
held
Look,
back.
look, I'm doing a segue. Mind your business. I'm the one asking questions.
Try again tomorrow.
Some horror games are used for QTEs. They use QTEs for quick reactions, while others rely on pure survival mechanics, you know? Which do you think is scarier? A game that forces you to do a split screen or a split second button press thing, or a game that lets you freely react, but you're going to have the horrific consequence?
I think quick time events are better. Only
Okay.
because...
And do you want me to give you examples of...
No. Only because it allows you to essentially win the scenario.
You think they're scarier?
Yeah.
Let her answer, babe.
I'm asking a question.
I think it's scarier because this is like... if you miss it, then something bad will happen. If you have free movement... You already know, you're like, all right, I got this, and then you can do it really quickly. But QTEs make you think about it, and if you're really good at handheld controls or like keyboard and stuff, then you're like golden.
Yeah.
But if you're not very proficient at that, then it is very scary because then you could kill somebody or you could get hurt.
So, for example, Until Dawn, Quarry, Heavy Rain, Dark Pictures Anthologies, versus Alien Isolation, which is crazy scary to me for some
That
reason.
game is like,
Resident Evil Village, Amnesia.
oh yeah.
So, I mean,
Amnesia's terrifying.
those are some big dogs right there.
Those give you ambiance though.
Yeah, but it's a traditional horror game. Don't traditional horror games give that ambiance?
Yeah, I think it's two different kind of like horror feelings.
Isolation is terrifying.
It's so scary.
Have you ever watched that gameplay, honey?
No.
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
gosh.
You
I would never play that game.
It's like I'm holding my breath for no reason.
I was watching somebody play that, and they were playing it VR, and it was terrifying. I was like, I
Oh
can
my
only imagine what they're feeling.
I'm telling you, if you haven't played this game or if you haven't watched someone play this game, if you're like not a horror fan, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you're like crouching, you're hiding from the alien the whole time, and you're like, all right, it went that way. I'm gonna go this way, and then it just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, it's so it's terrifying. I think Star Wars has some QTEs too, right?
I never
I've
I
never
don't know.
played Star Wars
Yeah.
games,
Never
but I
pl-
think one of them has QTEs.
Oh, I don't know. Dead Space was a pretty creepy game, too.
I was thinking about Dead Space earlier. I was like, oh man, does it have QTEs though? I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it does.
Do you think... I mean, obviously, I don't know. It's hard to compare because, like, QTEs, I feel as if QTE horror games are in a completely different genre than regular horror games. Because,
Yeah.
like, there's QTEs in God of War, right?
The second one, I think.
Like in in like cinematic boss fights, there's QTEs and like older ones
at
right?
the end.
Yeah.
Or like how to like the ending move, like to
Yeah.
rip their head off. They
Yeah.
do have a few.
Final Fantasy 15 did have QTEs.
See,
It
I
was
thought it
used in
did.
it was used in some combat and
That's what I thought.
cutscenes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Open World Spider-Man on PS4 did with the swinging QTEs. I think, like as you were saying, like you could swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat had QTE cutscenes or sequences
Was
for.
Mortal Kombat like one of the, well, it obviously wouldn't be one of the first games, but that's like one game that it really does like stand out when you think
Yeah.
about QTEs.
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
when you said that, I was like, it does.
Mhm. Like brutal fatalities were triggered by QTEs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it QTEs or more of like? I guess it could count, right? Because in way back when Mortal Kombat first came out, you had to do like the combo.
I mean, they're quick time events.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I guess
had to
that counts, right? When you like old school, old school, where you had to like up, down, left, right, up, down.
back left, right, right.
Yeah.
AB. Yeah.
To do like a special or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you had like a window.
Yeah,
like
you
a
had
5-second
Yeah,
window.
5-second window to push all
Oh,
these
that's
buttons
actually
correctly.
very
Maybe that
smart.
is like the first level of
if you
QTE,
consider
and then
those QTEs, because you could say like Street Fighter movements are QTEs too, but I feel like the Mortal Kombat 5-second thing was like a quick.
yeah,
You had to do it.
yeah.
Why can't combos be QTEs?
Yeah. Let's talk about the psychology of some QTEs.
Let's talk about you.
I guess I do say let's talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. Segue into psychology of QTEs.
Okay.
Why they mess with our brains. Okay. You ever feel or you ever notice how well-timed QTEs can make you feel stressful in the moment?
Yes.
Like, and it's always like something big happening, like running from an enemy or doing this or saving somebody. There's a reason for that, and it's about how our minds and brain will react to this quick decision moment under pressure. Mm-hmm. Clearly, there's tons of people in horror movies that they can't open a fucking door when they're being chased by a monster. It's like, open the car, get in it. And then why do all these horror movies, their car never starts, like, in that moment? Like, when was the last time you changed your oil? You're driving to this campsite. You didn't plan to change your oil. You didn't plan to do all this stuff. Come on, check your stuff before you go do some stupid things. Anyways.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I know. Why do you guys think QTEs they feel so stressful? Is it like cognitive overload, panic reflex, false control? Like you don't have any control of the outcome? What do you guys think it is?
I think it's panic. For me, it's panic. Like I said, like I'm playing this game. I don't know what's going to happen. And then boom, push this button. You got 2 seconds. I'm like, I don't know. Remember where it is. Like I got to look down. Like which one is it?
Yeah.
It's like as if you forget everything.
Yeah, like I forgot
like,
which one it is.
Yeah.
It's this surge of adrenaline makes you forget.
Exactly. And you're already like in depth and scary. And you're like, ooh, what's going to happen? And then all of a sudden you're like, push this button. I'm like, I don't remember where it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in scary games when you're like doing something. I'm thinking about Resident Evil at this point when you're like walking down the hallway and then dogs just jump into the hallway and I'm like, I'm already in the ambiance. I'm creeping. I'm hiding. I'm trying to not die. And then something just pops up, especially a QTE when it's like, do this to save your life real quick. And I'm like, I can't. No. I would die.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess when you look at it from a movie standpoint, I think it's like a mixture between like the cognitive, you controlling it and panicking. You're like, how do I do this? Like, I forgot how to do it. I don't know.
I think speaking of movies, in horror movies, people are so focused on like trying to stay aware of where the bad guy is
instead of doing
the action, so they're like fumbling. But when you're just like focused, you're like, all right, it's fine, and then you'll get it. But it's the panic of trying to keep track of where the bad guy is.
I feel like Geisha would be very good at. She's so logical. She's like, he won't be here until 246 seconds. I have 120 seconds to open this door, and I can start the car in 33 seconds. I'm good.
That's what you think.
Yeah,
but the bad guy always pops up when you least expect them.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it, where'd you come from? You were over there last time I saw you.
There's this board game. I can't think of the name right now, but you're like playing as camp counselors, and there's a killer, and the whole game, like you can only see where the killer was 3 moves prior, at every 3 turns. So the killer always sees where you. Well, it takes turns. So like one round, they see where you were at. One round, you see where they're at. But like, you don't know where they're at. They could be going this way. They could be going that way. But you don't know. But you just get to see them 3 moves behind.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I kind of want to. This is off the topic right here. I'm just thinking about scary movies now too. You know, like when they shoot a bad guy with a shotgun in the chest, and they realize that like bad guy's not gonna die. Why don't they shoot their freaking kneecap with that shotgun? At least you're gonna like take out a leg, so they're not gonna be able to chase you.
Yeah. Oh, what's rule number 2? Double tap.
Well, no, but sometimes they like a headshots don't kill like.
What do you mean? You
like
got a bullet in your brain.
Jason, Michael Myers, like they always, But I'm saying like just dismember a leg.
Well, the movies have proved that it's purely supernatural.
Yeah, it's a supernatural. Nothing's gonna stop him.
Yeah, but if you take out a leg, they
the
can't.
Alternate timelines.
They can't like. What is he gonna hop?
Let me
now?
just get this chainsaw and just his
like,
legs.
I'm saying you have a shotgun. Like shoot their kneecap out. They'll be dismembered. They have to hop to you now. Like they'll crawl. What are they gonna crawl to you really fast? Like that's not scary.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm thinking of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, would shooting that guy in the kneecap really stop him? Who knows?
Well, maybe. I mean, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Right, but it's supernatural. There's something like
I don't think they're
supernatural.
I don't think they're
That guy's
supernatural.
crazy.
They're just like
I don't
mutated.
remember.
Yeah,
due
they're
to
just crazy
genetics.
people. Yeah, they're like the people. What is it?
Inbred.
Yeah, no, but what is it? That people in the hills, or that one was kind of creepy too.
The Hills of Eyes.
The hills have
Eyes.
eyes.
The
yeah.
cannibal
Oh
ones.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not that.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, I was
that
like,
one.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's a human.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
human, sorry.
yeah, you're right.
I apologize.
But
I'm
anyways,
kidding.
like, have you guys ever failed a QTE because you were panicking?
Yes.
Yes. Who hasn't?
I know, right?
You have
Me,
to be,
because I'd never.
you have to be a god at video games to not do that.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. What's Let's-
Even on accident, people press the wrong buttons on keyboards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you guys ever rage quit because of a QTE?
I gotta step away.
Do you?
I'm like, ooh, this is the 10th time I feel. I'm gonna stop playing this for a while.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
play Stardew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make happy time
I
over
need,
there.
I need to have a good time in something right
I'm
now.
gonna farm some thingies, or whatever they do in Stardew. I
They
don't know.
do farm, okay?
Okay.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna make some stars.
Let me go talk to Sebastian.
You don't make stars.
What? They don't?
No.
No, they make like
Why is it called
potatoes.
Stardew Valley then?
Because that's the name of the valley.
Yeah, it's this town.
Oh, okay. Well, the more you know. The more you know.
Yeah, the stars.
Yeah.
This is- what is this? Imagination.
Yeah. What's the worst, an overly difficult QTE or one that feels completely pointless?
I think a too long QTE is the worst.
Like you have too much time, or it goes on for too
It goes on forever.
Mm.
And it's like, and you fail and you got to redo it again. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my freaking God.
Well,
Like,
in running scenes for a lot of games, QTs last a long time then. Because
Yeah.
they're like, X.
Or
Jump
one-
over this rock,
yeah.
triangle.
Or
Jump
one-
over this
yeah.
log.
or one that always changes. Like there is no rhyme or rhythm to it. You can't remember the pattern. And then you fail it and then you try to do it again and it's something completely different.
That's what makes it fun.
That's
Mhm.
annoying to
If
me. I was
it's
like, I just want to get
repetitive,
past this.
Then anybody can play it.
Okay. Yeah. I got like a few more things. What if horror games let you customize your own QTEs? If you considered customizing how QTEs worked in a horror game, what settings would you want? Like,
Easy.
would you like difficult scaling? Let players adjust how fast they are. Would you like different failure consequences between an instant death or recovery? Reaction types? Would you want motion controls, voice commands? Ooh, is there voice commands ones?
I don't think so.
That would be sick. Like you could whisper in your controller, "Hey, motherfucker," you know, and they look over and you're like, "Ha, ha, ha," you know, just for no, just
No.
say some random things.
No.
Like you can throw your voice.
Yo, what that booty do? Be all deep voice. Like, I don't recognize that voice.
Oh my god, that's
Hey, yo,
too funny.
come
There
here.
is games that use your voice for things.
Yeah, like what?
Horror games. A
Is
lot
there?
of indie horror games. Yeah, like if you make too much noise,
huh.
you're
Oh,
dying.
yeah.
Oh
You're
yeah,
dying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, there's a off the topic type thing right here. The Repo game looks so funny. I bought it and I want to play it. It looks so good,
Repo
but I don't
game?
have friends to play games with.
Repo?
Repo, it's so good.
What is it about?
REPO. It has like I don't know how to explain it. You're like little robot guys. You know, kind of like there's like all those games where you're just in an area you have to collect stuff and then bring it in for a paycheck type thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you're a little
There's
robot.
a lot of games like those.
Yeah. This one is the funniest one I've seen so far. Maybe it's just because the people I watch, like I've watched Cartoons, Delirious, and Anthony Kong Fan, and them all play it. And Squirrel. It's so damn funny. But those people are really funny too in situations. But I was dying yesterday. I was just laughing so hard.
I like watching the cameraman one that they just, like people are playing now. Where you're like in the scene of Godzilla or whatever, like a
Oh,
crazy
really?
monster.
I haven't
and
seen
you're a
that.
photographer and you have to take photos of like the area to get money.
Oh yeah, I played that. It's called I have it. Let me pull it up right now.
I like that one. It's really fun.
It is called where's it at? The Headliners?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good. And like when you talk, your person talks, and it's so funny to me.
And you could
And
like
you run all like crazy.
and you could do selfies and you're like making crazy faces and stuff. Yeah, I played that one.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
Babe, you didn't answer a single thing out there. What? Okay, should horror games be allowed to let players tweak the QTEs?
I did answer.
She did.
What did you say?
She said easy.
That.
Easy.
Oh my God, that is not an answer.
How's that not
you
an
probably
answer?
you probably said make
Oh.
it easy and then
Yeah,
continued
make it
on
easy.
with your.
That's
your
a function that already exists.
she's over there changing her
Yeah.
freaking desktop screensaver this
That's the
whole
third
time.
one she's
Yeah,
changed.
she had the bat woman or cat woman over there. Yeah, I've been watching you over there. Like you're watching Lululemon
My mind
stuff.
is restless. Okay, I got a lot on my mind, and
Okay.
I'm trying to.
If you could add
Multitask.
or remove QTE's mechanic in one horror game, what would it be?
I don't know. I think they're fine as there is. I don't think voice is very efficient. I mean, it would be cool, yeah, but how would you do that? And what benefits would it come from besides like you're running from a monster, and if you make noise, the monster's going to come get you?
That's the
I've been
point.
paying attention.
That's the point of it.
I know, but you said if I could
What'd that
change
booty
it,
do?
like if it was like an Until Dawn game, what would a voice? I mean,
Okay.
I guess like in that case, if you make noise and the Wendigo comes following you, then yeah, I mean maybe they could incorporate the sound.
Yeah.
That
you know?
would be great. Like, what if you're doing co-op and
Yeah.
one of you are like being cornered and the other one shouts from somewhere, so then the creature like runs to you instead. But then that's like
Sacrifice.
that's like crazy game development.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that would work. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can even do something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
See, I'm paying attention.
All right. Whatever. You are. I'm gonna make a little bonus round for you, ladies.
Bonus.
Let's see if you would survive a QTE horror game.
I probably wouldn't.
Okay, I'm ask a couple of QTE scenarios. I will come up with the outcome. I don't have one, but based on your decision, I'm gonna make up an outcome for you.
Okay.
Okay. You're trapped in a haunted house. Your QTE says jump out the window or hide in the closet. What do you do?
Jump out the window.
Closet.
Geisha, you break your leg and you're unable to move. You get caught anyways. You die.
Okay.
Jump out the window.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I got a different one.
What if it's? But is it the first story or second story?
We'll say
Word specific.
yeah, it wasn't specific. Okay, you jump out a second story window or you jump out a first floor window.
A first floor.
Well,
window.
it doesn't make sense if you jump out the first floor window.
Exactly.
We're gonna say
if
second.
I'm in a haunted house and somebody's chasing me and I'm on the first floor,
But you're not on the
I'm
first.
going out
no,
the
we're
damn
not
window.
saying we're not saying you're on the first. You're on the second floor. Do you jump out the window or hide in the closet?
I run to the first floor and then jump out the window.
That's not a decision. But anyways, you jump out the window, you break a leg. I'm gonna say you
Okay.
crawl to a ditch and you survive somehow.
See, look, I survived. I
Yeah,
just
you
broke my
survived.
leg. And I'm out in the
Azali-
wilderness,
Yeah,
stress free.
They come out, they look for you with torches, and they can't find your body.
Okay, so I lived.
Azali, you hide in the closet. You're like holding your breath, doing a QTE. You see the person. They walk past you, glance over to your closet. They walk over. They look under the bed. Nothing there. Where else is she gonna be? Obviously, the closet. He walks as if he's leaving the door or room. Then he runs out the closet, grabs you, and he's like, "Ha, motherfucker, I got you."
No, this is when I would activate one of my abilities and I would stun them by opening the door.
You just stun him. It's like, oh.
It's a DVD thing.
Okay.
They do that. It's like a perk that you can have.
Okay.
Yeah,
You-
so I'm caught. So I'm like on their shoulder. Let me down.
And then he hangs you on one of those hooks. Yeah, then you die.
At
Okay.
least I lived.
We did live.
Okay, you miss a single QTE in those moments, though. Do you want me to make it so you die instantly?
Me?
Oh, I hear that.
Geisha.
Anybody.
I'm
Anyway,
okay in my ditch.
you're okay in your ditch? Okay. All right. Anyways, would you rather have horror QTEs with button smashing or motion controls in this moment?
I think it depends.
Motion control.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got pretty steady hands.
Yes.
Do it.
Okay. Motion control?
I think it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about that point when you jump out the window? Would you like buttons or motion control?
I feel like
What if you jump with motion control and you miss and you hit the wall? You're like, what?
Yeah. See,
Why
that's why I
can't
said
she
it
be cool?
depends. So, like, if you're jumping over something, then I think, like, it works really well when you push the buttons. But, like, Until Dawn does it when you have to be still or you have to, like, be quiet, then the motion
Yeah.
is better. So I think it really just depends.
Why can't she do a button push when she's jumping out the window?
Do a
to
backflip?
To do a tuck
Yeah,
roll.
Yeah,
and
and
take a
land,
tuck row and then
rolls.
land.
Oh, you know
And
that-
she ain't breaking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just
You
to
win the
be
game.
very clear, if I jumped out of a window, I'm, like, gonna sit on the windowsill hold on, lower myself, and then jump. I'm not like
Leaping.
What if the situation doesn't allow you to do that?
Yeah.
I'm still doing it.
And your hands
Hold
are
on.
getting all cut up.
Yeah, I'm
holding
like
onto the
holding
thing.
on,
Please
and then
let me do this. Give me a second.
Wait.
like the killer comes in the windows and just sees my little fingers on the window.
And then he slices
Yeah, I was
them
like,
off.
he just takes his machete.
Okay.
Ah,
You-
I hate you.
Yeah.
At least you got my finger.
You have to survive a full horror QTE on one life. Do you take the challenge?
No,
No?
because I will fuck it up and untie him.
Yeah, one life is hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
What's scarier? Missing a QT and dying, or succeeding and realizing it just made the situation worse?
I feel like death is the ultimate. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to die.
Yeah, like yeah.
But what
the
if you're like,
situation's
damn
worse,
it,
but-
I wanted that person. Now I got to play this whole thing knowing.
That's fine.
Okay, whatever. All
I'm
right.
gonna use the Quarry's function where you have 3 revives.
Mm,
Gonna revive them.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so final thoughts. Are QTEs still scary in horror games, or are they just frustrating?
I think when done really well, they're very good.
Yeah.
Mhm. They could be both.
I
Yeah,
didn't
they can
realize
be
that
both.
I didn't realize we had so many things to talk about with QTEs.
There's a lot there's a lot of different ways you can do a QTE. I think, which
Yeah.
a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah.
Because some people, I think a QTE is just like right when it pops on the screen, triangle,
Yeah.
X, circle.
Mhm.
But there's like other because when you have options in like Until Dawn or those kind of games, you still have a time limit.
Mhm.
You still have a certain amount of time that you can choose whichever option you want.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are still listening, why don't you guys share a moment or a unfair QTE that you've had in a game that made you upset? Did you ever replay it again? Let us know. Would you rather see a horror game without QTEs, or just go Alien Isolation? That game's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this because I think about the regrets I've made in life a lot.
Okay.
I remember.
I'm sorry.
I have a lot of those.
when we were talking to Vic last week, and I was like, "Oh, I hate FPSs," and he's like, "But you talk about Halo and BioShock," and I was like, "Oh yeah." I don't think FPS was what I was trying to say. I think like what do you call it? Like the battle royale FPSs. I don't like those.
Oh,
kind
BRs?
Of, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I guess it's not FPS.
Apex?
But I'm
Apex
like,
is fun.
Apex
first-person
is
shooter.
like
I love
it's
Apex.
both.
I don't like those kind of games.
I used to love Call of Duty, but it's like, nah,
I'm
it's
not
like this. It's like the
competitive.
same thing all the time. I think that's why I moved on to Apex, because there's so many different challenges, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not competitive.
Because Call of Duty, you come back. Apex, you have to
Marshmallow.
start all over. Anyways, that's all I got for everybody. Keep grinding them levels and finishing them side quests.
As always, this has been Co-op Chronicles with Pint Size Geisha, Black Label, and me, Azuli.
Bye. And Yummy Boy.
Yeah, emoji boy right there behind you in the camera. He's just hiding.
Just peeks his little head up.
We gather round the mic, tales of knights and dice, gaming worlds collide, hobbies come alive.
Oh yeah, we also getting crunk next week because it's St. Patty's Day weekend. So tune in for that, because I'm getting lit that episode.
Labels where it's at,
We got a lot next weekend.
Yeah.
movies and stories told,
What do you call it?
secrets to
Like a St. Patty's Day
unfold.
drink.
The green beer.
Oh.
All it is green food coloring. That's all it is.
In a world where fun resides. Co-op Chronicles. Hear the stories. Feel the vibes.
Oh my god, I'm so good.